Hey guys, Genlux here, back with our blind playthrough of Rain World. So, I realize the last episode, I was basically like, F this game, I'm not going to play anymore. It wasn't that emotional, but it was like, I'm good, I'm done, I don't need to play. Let's be fair, that's kind of still how I feel, but I kind of want to explain a little bit about what's going to happen going forward with the Rain World playthrough, my reasoning, and also what happened between this episode and the last episode, because it's been about a month. So, first off, this is going to go into more of a occasional playthrough thing. It's not going to be an everyday thing. It's going to be when I get around to it thing. Hopefully fairly regularly, but currently doing a Code Vein playthrough, which is probably going to take 100 episodes. I have no idea. I assume it's going to take as long as a Souls game. Dark Souls 3 took about 100 episodes. I have recently done an additional playthrough as well of Cthulhu Saves the World, the Cthulhu Angels, basically the master quest, kind of like a Legend of Zelda thing. A second quest, right, in Cthulhu Saves the World. So did about 20 episodes or so of Code Vein. I don't know when this episode's going to go live, but that's what's been happening in the last month. Now, additionally, why am I doing this when I was basically ready to give up on the last episode? Fair question. So, several reasons. First, let me kind of walk you through my thought process. Okay, so I gave up on the game, and I was basically like, I need to look at some of these negative reviews. I've been drinking, so if I slur my words a little bit, that's why. Went onto Steam, looked at some of the negative reviews, and they were basically like, hey, this game is super difficult, it sucks. And I'm like, wasn't really my experience. Yes, totally difficult, but not why I really gave up. My personal reasoning was, sure, frustrated, but mostly bored. I was like, why am I pushing myself? Why am I gonna keep dying over and over and over and letting this game waste my time effectively without any sort of a payoff or story or anything? Still don't have a great answer, to be honest, but I don't like leaving games unfinished, especially for the channel. One of the reasons I really like doing this is because it forces me to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. It forces me to do, not only do games that I necessarily wouldn't, but also to finish them. I'm not going to say I give up on games, but a lot of the time I'll be playing multiple games at a time, and games that are hard or unrewarding, I'll just be like, oh, let me play this other game instead. And then, I just forget about the harder game. And with this, it's like I focus on one game and I'm like, let's do this. Let's finish it. So I don't like leaving games unfinished for the channel. I eventually went back to The Flame and the Flood. I eventually planned to go back to Environmental Station Alpha and the Talos Principle. Who knows? I mean, I say I'd like to, but who knows? Additionally, I'd like to play games that are harder. And there's a whole additional tangent we could go off into about mental health and normalization, externalizing your mental health and all that stuff. And maybe we will one day in this playthrough, but the goal is to challenge myself and to do harder games that are maybe less rewarding, less less immediate gratification. There is something that I find really fascinating about the Saga games, for example, where the team that makes them makes the game they want to make, and if you don't like it, meh, it's why I'm so interested in the Drakengard and Nier games, because same reason, they're a very weird set of games that you really have to dig into. And in fact, the first playthrough isn't great. Usually it's once you do the first, maybe even the second, and you're on the third playthrough where stuff starts getting interesting. So this game reminds me of that a little bit, in that it's, the creative vision is uncompromising. But back to what happened. So I looked at the negative reviews. I was like, they all talk about the difficulty. That's not what turns me off necessarily. I'm just not engaged. So I remembered, I was like, there was a reason I picked this up in the first place. Let me find that reason. So I looked through my YouTube history, found the Matthew Matosis review. Now, when I originally watched that, if you've watched it, he basically gets to, it's like 8 minutes long, and at about the minute mark, he's like, if you don't want spoilers, stop watching this video. If you're interested in going in completely blind, don't watch the video and come back later. And I was like, okay. Bought the game, never watched the rest of the review, and then only until recently, like several years later, did I finally play the game. Whoa, excuse me. After I quit, gave up on the game, whatever, went back, watched the review. And not super informative. He basically mentioned stuff about the rain and some other stuff that I kind of figured out during the playthrough. But what was interesting was he said it took several restarts and about 4 hours for him to fully get immersed. I was at the 4 hour mark, and I was just like, But the restart thing is what was interesting to me, and that's what I'm gonna plan on doing, is restarting the game, but with a different goal. We'll talk about that in a second. Watched the review, and I was like, read some positive reviews, because I was like, I don't know what is going on. I don't know why this game has overwhelmingly positive reviews. And I don't, the people that say that they don't like it, I don't agree with necessarily. So read some positive reviews. There's one that stuck out to me, which was, they basically were like, this game is a religious experience. I didn't see any spoilers in those little reviews that I read, but it was like, I want to know. And of course, some people were like, oh, if you don't like this game, maybe it's not for you. And it's like, that's fine, but I still want to understand. By the way, this is Jack Manny right here. I want to understand why people think this game is a religious experience. I want to understand why there's an overwhelmingly positive set of reviews, and why I don't agree with any of the negative reviews, basically. Watched another couple reviews. One was by a guy named Israel Blarg, and his, if you type in Rain World review, at least for me, it was, within the top 5, 10, whatever. And it was Rain World is wondrous and you will probably hate it. That's the name of the review. And unfortunately, even though he tried to avoid spoilers, apparently there's a story, because in those positive reviews, they mentioned, oh my god, the story is so amazing, blah, 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 blah. There, to me, zero story, aside from the, pictures at the very beginning. Thank you, Jack. You are very cute. This Israel Blarg video, the Rain World review, did not mention any story spoilers, to which I'm thankful for. But he did show... The Matthew Matosis video only showed video from the first area of the game, the outskirts. Okay? The Israel Blarg video showed stuff from I don't know where, but it was different. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous, to the point where I was like, man, I wish I hadn't necessarily watched this. But maybe it did its job in that it makes me want to keep playing the game a little bit more. Just a little bit. All these little things, the positive reviews, the negative reviews that I don't agree with, all these things add up to me wanting to continue to play the game. Just a little bit. You are so cute, Jack. Watch that. Watch the GameSpot review, which was probably, as far as my mindset, probably the most accurate. Where do you think you want to go? What are you looking at? Something on me or your brother? The GameSpot review is basically like, hey, you'll get frustrated and that frustration will turn into apathy, which I feel is probably what happened. What, excuse me, mister. You are not authorized to grab that. He was going for my shoelaces earlier, which is weird because he was doing that when he was a kitten and only when he was a kitten. And then he kind of grew out of it. And, well, maybe he's got dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that. I don't know. He's a cat. I don't speak cat or English, but, or maybe he's just super mischievous at the moment. That's a possibility as well. So that's kind of where I'm at. Oh, but tried playing the monk for a little bit. Maybe about an hour in a couple chunks. Okay. Tried playing the monk. There is a clear difference between the monk and the survivor, which I thought was kind of fascinating. Monk is not a vegetarian. The monk can eat those little moths or whatever those things are. So the hunter can probably eat the berries. That's my expectation. Additionally, so of course, not a surprise, the monk takes fewer food items to be able to hibernate. Okay. Also, not surprising, seems like there's fewer other animals. I was going to say monster spawns. That's not quite accurate. But fewer other animal spawns in the game. And they seem to be less aggressive as well. Are there other gameplay changes? Probably, but I don't know what they are. So, my initial goal when going through as the monk was basically just to kind of tool around with the first area, but also to see if the map was procedurally generated as well. It's not. At least as far as I could tell, it seems to be set. I did a Google search or something online, seemed to confirm this, but who knows for certain. Then I was like, you know what? Let's go see some of these areas that I haven't been to. Oh, there's my little Manny cat leg. He's stretching out, getting all comfortable. That's very nice. And I bet we could pull it up in the region, actually. Let's pull this up. Okay. Outskirts, yes. Pull up the map button. See, you could see where my monk is. I saved there. I went up to this spot right here in the middle. I hadn't done that. I just went straight to the right with the survivor because I was like, where they tell you to go is generally progression. But it turns out it was the opposite. Where they don't tell you to go is progression. So that's a little annoying. Additionally, I went a bit over here. I went quite a ways over here. I explored most of this. There was something up here, one of those little robotic arms that unlocks stuff I could not get to. Don't know how to get to it still. Went down here, and this is kind of what intrigued me the most, because I died quite a lot. This section right here in the middle and this section right here in the middle, they're connected by a line, right? There's a screen transition. But if you go from here and you just fall off the edge, trying to drop down without going through that, I don't know what you call it, pipe or something. If you just fall off the edge, you just straight up die. Which is kind of BS. Kind of BS a little bit. Presumably, like right here, you go down and you see there's a whole screen right here, and then you come out right here. But I have no idea if you fall off the edge right here, if you just straight up die. Don't know. The fact that it happens right here, kind of bullshit. Kind of bullshit. I just deranked this video, but whatever. I'm never going to be popular anyway, so it doesn't matter. What intrigued me the most, because I was like, yeah, we'll go exploring, we'll find some of the areas that we couldn't find before, blah, blah, blah. Died a couple of times. I think I drowned over here trying to get up, because the rains came and I died. Yeah. And I was like, whatever, right? Picked it up again later. I'm like, you know what? Let's go back over here. Let's see if we can get this thing, unlock the whatever. Realized I was stupid. You know, you could just go up this way and then go to the left and get there. All right. Still couldn't get that thing, but, you know, I was like, oh, there's more than one way to get to where I was trying to go. I was trying to do the hard way instead of the easy way. Then went down over here, and it gave me some sort of little thing at the bottom, like the message when you go to a new area. It was like Scavenger's Toll. And I saw the dudes that were in the Shaded Citadel with the spears, and they killed me. And then I realized there was some giant weird skull thing above me with all these weird beads hanging from it. And I was like, what the heck is going on? That was basically my thought. Like, what is going on? Because probably nothing, because this is as far as the screen goes, so it's probably just another screen, right? Another one of these little areas you probably just go over and, oh, it's whatever. But somewhere in this game there's story, because they talk about how great the story is, even though it's not one of the tags. One of the Steam tags, right? If you're curious, like, you know, platformer, indie, retro, great soundtrack, atmospheric. None of those tags at any point say great story, which some games do. This one doesn't, but several of the positive reviews mention it. So I don't know. Maybe it's BS. But I want to know more. I want to have that religious experience. That's kind of where I'm at. So I realized that was a very long-winded talk. Hopefully it was interesting. If it wasn't, well, that's too bad. Basically, that's too bad. Now, I think I mentioned, what I'm going to basically do is restart the game. Partially because of Matthew mitosis, partially because I want to explore. Right? I mean, when we left off, we were in the... not the outskirts. Hopefully this goes around to the shoreline. We were in the shoreline. There's this guy, right? The survivor made it all the way to the shoreline. And then went all the way down here and drowned. And I was like, F this game. And I probably still will feel that way, which is why it's going to be an occasional playthrough. I don't know. So here's the thing. There's somehow I could reset the progress. I don't want to. Maybe I can just select a different save slot. Yes, I can. Music, arena music, sound effects, input settings. Seems like save slot 2 is selected. Because I'd like to keep save slot 1, save slot 1, just in case. Regions, yeah. Now, to be fair, it's entirely possible the map is different now, but I suspect not. We'll see. Anything else I need to address before we begin? I haven't changed the sound. The sound on the... So, as of today, the first episode of Rain World has been published. It was published today. Gives you, that way it gives you some sort of idea of where this occurs. I have not changed the sound settings. Normally I go in and I adjust the sound settings and I do some test recordings and I try and get the sound to where I think it sounds good with the voice. In this one, I have not. So it's entirely possible the game audio will be loud, probably too loud. But I actually did a test recording. It didn't sound that bad. It was loud, but my voice was still just a little bit louder. So hopefully it's still okay. Anything else? I don't know. I do have a lot of respect for the game. Do I want to go into the whole thing? Not really. Let's just get it over with. Yes. Okay. So, right, another couple minutes. Hopefully, we'll see. Let me take a drink of my coffee before I dive into this topic. Hopefully, it'll only be another couple minutes. I'll try and keep it brief. Even though it's decaf, it's still good. Yeah, it's basically my bedtime, and this is how much I wanted to play the game, because I saw this come out. I was like, because I've been having these like feelings. When I quit the game the first time about a month ago, it was kind of emotionally devastating in a weird way. I really felt like I was disappointing or had the potential to disappoint people. Which surprisingly made me consider quitting the channel. I'm not going to. But I haven't had those feelings since I started, right? So to me, it was like, what's going on? And I had to think about it a bit. And there's this thing that I've sort of realized where not mental illness, but mental health determines your personal expression. And what I mean by that is, so you see someone and there's this, I don't know if it's a meme, but it's like, you know how the most dangerous, like the most poisonous animals in nature, they have like red coloring, or, you know, they don't look normal, they don't look natural. Same thing with humans. You know, some girl with like bright red hair, probably poor mental health. If they've anyone that has like tons of piercings, they split their tongue, tattoos all over, wherever, poor mental health. You could look at that as well for self, right? Inability to handle stress, poor mental health. Strange fetishes, poor mental health. It's maybe you disagree, but I think I'm like 99% sure I'm onto something when I say that it's not about mental illness necessarily, it's about mental health. And so normal is a range. It's not a specific value, right? So for me, starting this channel, I've really had to look at myself and figure some things out, both about, you know, my unresolved childhood trauma, so to speak, some of the abuse I suffered as a kid, plus other issues, and which is surprising. You wouldn't think starting a YouTube channel would bring that stuff up, but it does. So that's sort of why I'm looking at this as a mental health issue, because me challenging myself to even something as stupid, as minor, as, you know, unimportant as video games, right, to the survival of the species, basically, right? Entertainment doesn't really rank on survival, on, you know, if you want to go as far as Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? It's in there, but it's like not super important. But what I've basically realized is that going for difficult things, being able to handle those things in a healthy manner, improves mental health. And so I guess I've realized that going for some of these things, I've felt pieces kind of snap more into place. I mean, I'm still not where I want to be, but I would imagine if I'm able to handle the most difficult things, and it's not even about just like resilience is the ability to bounce back, not necessarily to take a punch, so to speak, right? I might play this game, might be like, this is bullshit, and rage quit or whatever. But if I go back to it because I want to, that's fine. That's mental health. If I, you know, run away screaming at the slightest difficulty, that's not very mentally healthy. So that's kind of where we're at. And I would say to all those people that maybe aren't mentally healthy, something like this, while it's unimportant in the grand scheme of things, just challenging yourself in any manner has broad spectrum applications. It applies across the board. It doesn't matter how, as long as you're challenging yourself, it applies overall, you know, and in that way, provided you're doing it in a healthy fashion, you'll become mentally healthier, or at least I think so. So that's it sounds stupid, but that's another reason I want to do this. It's not a great one. I'd rather do the selfish thing and be like, well, I don't quit games for the channel, but it's a bonus, you know. It's like it's a perk. All right, so let's do this. Also, yeah, single player. Actually, question, arena. Oh, because before it was platforms, warehouse, and there was another couple, I think, because we unlocked some stuff in the slot 1 playthrough. So that's kind of neat. All right, well, and we can't do regions because we haven't seen any of the maps yet, so let's do single player. I'm still gonna do, that's the other thing, is someone mentioned in one of the reviews, not directly to me, that the monk can't see all of the story aspects, which is one of the reasons why I was like, wait, there's a story? I need to play more of this game. And to be fair, originally I thought I was gonna do something like with the Flame and the Flood, where I was like, all right, let's do, let's not do it on the channel. I'll just do it on my own, and I'll get to the end and I'll do like a little bullshit review or something like that. That's not what I want to do. And in fact, I think kind of like with like Monster Girl Island Prologue, I think non-enjoyment, other emotions other than apathy, could be fun for you guys as well. Like with Monster Girl Island, I was super uncomfortable. If you've watched it, you've probably seen it. I was terrible. It was terrible playthrough, but I thought it was kind of funny, to be honest. It's the reason I also started doing the face cam, because I was like, this is going to be hilarious. It's going to be terrible, but it's going to be hilarious, and it was. But I think even if I hate it, that's better than feeling apathy. So maybe you guys didn't feel this way, but when I watched, because this is the 5th episode, I watched 1 through 4 again, and episodes 3 and 4, for me, watching it was super tense. But I was like drawn to it. I couldn't stop watching. But it was, you know, I was sort of reliving my experience. Maybe with you guys it's a little bit different, but for me, that's how it was. So even a negative experience, I think, could be interesting. So who knows? We'll see. Enough babble. It's been like half an hour and all I've done is talk, but I at least hope it's interesting. I mean, if it is, leave a comment, because, you know, I'm you know, whatever. I'm already buried in the algorithm, but it's, you know, whatevs, you know? All right, so we'll do the Survivor again, even though, because I want that story. I want that story, and just, especially rewatching the episode that was published today, the first episode of my Rain World playthrough, there are so many enemies compared to the monk. The monk is like you find one enemy occasionally. With the Survivor, it's like they're everywhere. I can't even imagine the hunter. You have to be like, you have to be good. I imagine you have to be. Part of the trailer is like the Survivor, I imagine, running down some conveyor belt, and there's 3 dudes and he like jumps over them. And that's probably how the hunter is, right? It's the hunter? Yeah. It's not even unlocked yet because you have to be a super masochist. All right, let's do it. New game. See how far we can get. Like I said, my goal with this is exploration. Seeing the scavenger toll, I was like, I need to know what the deal is. You're so cute, Jack. I'm just like, I'm petting his feet right now, and his tail's just like kind of twitching a little bit. Also, in my playthrough as the monk, I got killed by the actual rain. I was fairly surprised. I didn't realize the rain itself would actually kill you, but that makes a lot of sense. It gets pretty hard, too. Jet, baby. You're so cute. They'd all be dead, though. If they were exposed to the rain like that, they'd be toast. I still stand by my slug cat boobs comment. I think it would be hilarious. But I think you'd have to have 6. Like 3 sets of 2. Because, you know, animals, right? God, how many furries have played this game? That's horrible. Alright, so this is us. Right, left stick move. You can also use the D-pad. We may have to, I don't know. Alright, we are the slug cat. Right, jump. Let's throw, which we don't have anything. Pick up and eat. Pause and yeah. Right button. Map. I don't know. Well, it probably is going down. The rain timer. Ah. Eesh. Yeah. You are hungry. Find food. Wow, that's great. The backwards jumping and all that stuff. Okay, there's our little buddy. So, there may have been a couple spoilers that I was exposed to. Okay, first, someone said something about they didn't know that the slug cat can swallow stuff and then barf it back up. So maybe that's something. The other was someone said, you know, the little hologram thing I got to wear. I don't know what it was. But they said its physical body they picked up and then swallowed. And the question was, how screwed are they? Right? So this thing, I guess, can go away forever, which as you get better, I guess it's not super helpful. I don't know. But it probably gives you a little bit more story related stuff. Anything else? I don't know. I don't really think so. I feel like there's more, but I don't know what. So maybe that's terrible. Man, I feel like there was more, but I don't know. I'm trying to be transparent. Whatever. All right, let's go. Hey, little guy. All right. Is he gonna tell me? Strange. No. Oh, there you go. Yep. You can go up. All right, so before... Catch and eat them. Yes, indeed. Four is enough to hibernate. Well, additional food above 4 is kept for later. What's funny is, I guess when it was first released, it was just 4. There was no additional food. It was just enough to hibernate. And the map as well was not saved unless you hibernated. Now it's like you experience it and then you're good, whether you die or not. So you can make suicide runs to explore, and you're fine. Did I... What are... Alright, there we go. Yeah, maybe just some general stuff about, like, how you can hold up. They... See, what is it telling me there? It's saying go that way. Oh, more food, but different. Jump and grab them. They're delicious. Oh, what's going on? What is that? See, that is a problem that I have, which is this looks like background, not foreground, or not whatever. Right, it doesn't look like I should be able to stand on it, but I can. So that is a problem that I have with the game. I do have some problem. It's not... You are full, but can I take food with me for later? I can't even get... I don't even know how I can get this one. Oh, but I can throw it up. That doesn't count, though. Alright, well, I'll just take it with me, I suppose. Oh, can I not? You can. Okay. And that's the hibernation chamber, yep. Which is strange. The whole thing is strange. Leap the gap. But I think holding in that direction. Rain is coming, find shelter. Oh, is our... Oh, crap, is it? Yeah, it just reduced the time automatically. But, run! I'm guessing if you actually wait, it just screws you over. This place is stay here to hibernate. Alright, fair enough. Now, there was something before where, like, the map had these little dots on it. And I think those were story-related things. Now, okay, something else is, which, I don't know. Someone had said the whole point of the karmic gates is you essentially have to prove that you're capable of surviving in an area before it lets you move on to the next area. And it's like, okay. I mean, that's not... I guess... If that's the case, I feel like there's probably a better way that it could have been done. I don't know what it is. And, you know, maybe I'm talking to my ass here, but I do feel like there's a better way. So, who knows? That's all. I was gonna say more, but I can't remember. I mean, I assume the karmic gates are probably related to the story. Somehow, it's kind of like Dark Souls. You get to the last bonfire, and it's like kindle the flame with humanity, which you've been doing the whole game anyway. You know, I feel like the karmic gates is probably something similar to that. I don't know what, though. I don't know what. You have to prove you're capable of surviving and getting through the game in order to transcend? In order to get the story, maybe? They won't reward you with the story unless you're capable of proving that you're capable of getting to the end? I don't know. I don't know. Is there still fruit or whatever in here? Yes, but where? There it is. All right, well, we could... And go explore. There's food and shelter to be found, but beware of predators. Yeah, we're going to find a lot of them. Okay, so there's no dots there now, which... Right, and you can't go back to where you were, at least not yet. Objects can be picked up, carried, and tossed. There's one right here. What I really want is my stick. I'm gonna keep calling it a stick, by the way. Yep, there it goes. It is thrown. Well, so... Alright, we got more of these. Okay. And we are basically the low man on the totem pole. Basically, are they mating? Alright, well, where to now? Up. Where does it go? It goes up. Oh, yes. Okay, where... This... Oh, Jesus, I'm over there. Okay. This is what's most confusing, is I don't understand, like, where I am, basically. Okay, well... Like, when you enter a screen, I'm just like, where am I? Okay. All right, well, there's that guy. There's one of them. Oh, no. Yeah, we'll get there, I guess. Oh, there's a... Oh, no. No, you don't. I saw the green. I saw the flash of green, and I was like, ah. Wait, where are they now? This is really nice. Really nice. Yeah, well, watch out for you. Can they climb on this thing? I don't know. I bet they can. See, it says we can go down, or like it flashes, but I don't think you actually can. Also, I don't know if I ever came here in the previous game. Oh, that's okay. We got music, which means there's one of those guys. Yep, there he is. All right, should I... Oh, I guess that means he sees me. Oh, no! How about no? Okay, well, I'm gonna run. Run! Can I... Have I even been this way? Where... Okay, I'm right there now. We got another green dude. Yeah, I don't know if I came here ever before. Oh, Jesus! I didn't realize they could fall like that. Oh my god. But I guess they can. Oh no, 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 no! Well, that was, it's educational. How you doing, Manny? Oh, you're so soft. Your fat little belly is so nice. Oh, you are dead. And we're full of food, too. At least we saved this. I assume it just doesn't... Oh, we have less time now, huh? Yep. All right, well, see, that's kind of neat. There you died. There you died. Yep, I got one. Where do I want to go? Let's go up, I suppose. Will it explore any more of this? Yeah, that's a little frustrating. Oh, there's my stick. There's my stick. Where to? We can go over there. I mean, I know that's where we're supposed to go, but I kind of want to keep going over there and see what the deal is. Oh, yeah. Alright, where to? Cycle 1 outskirts. Why is it telling me that now, I suppose? I see. Okay, can I... Maybe we could just run. But I'm sure there's... Oh, no. Just run. Keep running. Keep running, little guy. This is where I died, right? Okay, well, there's a green one. Just where? Okay, where are we trying to go? We might be able to go up. I think I've been here before, though. How do I get up? Oh, I see. You could just... Oh, all right. Well, oh, yeah, let's not, Strange. I can't... It's, like, not letting us get up here. And that dude's watching us, isn't he? So somehow there's a way we can get up from there. Oh, there's another one. Oh, no, that's the same guy. Oh, wait, really? Is this where he falls through? Yes, basically, yes. Maybe I should have... Oh, well, yeah, that... Wait. Have I been here before? Yes, but not in the same way. Yeah, the big, like, thud kind of thing was... the cycle. Right, I have been here, just in a different lifetime, so to speak. All right, how far? What do I do here? Do I shank the guy with my stick? I don't think I can jump or do anything. Okay, well, there he is. Is he gonna climb? Oh, where's he going? Over there? Right on. Screw you, buddy. Well, now there's two of them. So maybe climbing, they don't notice us. And I think we could fall, right? Yeah, that's... What's with these green things? I don't think I can grab any of them. We gotta be careful, because they could... The dudes could come out at any moment. Right here, for example. Yep, we can go up and we can save, but I'd like to... Yeah, I think it said unique energy or something like that. I wasn't actually paying attention. Oh, it's about to rain. Well, that's bad. Oh, got you. Got you, bitch. Can I get food? Okay, I guess the question is, are they going to disappear when the rain comes, or about when the rain comes? Can I get up there? Oh, no, just... Let's see if we can grab... Alright, well... I remember getting killed here at least once. Probably more. Alright, well, I guess this is... Oh, yeah, see, it's starting to get dark. It's starting to get dark. Oh, it's shaking. Oh, wow, yeah, that's bad. Alright, well, let's... First, I just want to... Just do that, just to... Well, let's... So what happens if you just hang out here? Because it doesn't seem to be shaking in this room. What happens if we can't hibernate? I assume the rains don't stop. I assume they just still come and drown you. Alright, well, that's fine. We will exit. I assume it's saved. Let's find out. We'll outskirts cycle 2. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Oh, and it's raining in the background. That's funny. Alright, guys. That is it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. Really hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. I have a feeling Rain World is going to be one of those games that is... where you know, the fans are prone to... The fans are very passionate. Let's put it that way. I don't know. I really do want to understand. You know, that's one of the reasons why, you know, for the channel, I played Final Fantasy Legend 2 because I'd never beaten it. Played Final Fantasy Legend 3, even though it was not made by the same team. It was more of a standard RPG. And why to this day I still want to play Unlimited Saga and the other Saga games, because it's just like those, you know, are a game that are uncompromising in their vision. They want to make the game they want to make, and that's something I have a ton of respect for. And it's like, I want to understand their vision. Ideally, I'd like to understand their, you know, when someone's like, this game is a religious experience. It's like, I want to feel that, but I don't think I will. You know, and I know in the game or in the reviews, some people were like, you know, if you don't like the game, it's not for you. And it's like, you know what, maybe that's true, because I work a ton of hours. I have essentially a scarcity mentality because excuse me. Because I just don't have a lot of free time. So my free time is precious, you know? And so a game like this that will just kill you unfairly a lot of the time, I don't necessarily think I would like that, because it doesn't, I'm not at the proper point where I can accept my time being wasted. But like I mentioned previously, that's sort of a poor mental health thing, right? But unfortunately, it's forced upon me by my job. But that's why I want to get to the point where I can like this game. And maybe in whenever, 10 years, when I can retire, assuming I ever can, or longer than 10 years, maybe, who knows. If I'm ever able to retire, then I'll have more free time, and hopefully I get away from that scarcity mentality and, become more mentally healthy. But it's a struggle, it's a fight to get to that point, and hopefully challenges like this are the path that will take me there. Yeah. So, yeah. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? Like I said, this is not going to be a regular thing. This is going to be an occasional thing. I just really wanted to do this today. And the fact that I published it today, and within the first hour I saw 4. I know, this is how small my channel is. I saw 4 views, which for me is good, right? It's not surprising, because YouTube is like, get down to the bottom. That's where you belong. Any talk about religion of any kind, any of that, you get instantly deranked. And unless you're, plus, let's be honest, if I talked about politics or something, probably do well, but I'm not chasing the views. I saw that this was probably going to be a more popular playthrough, and I was like, yeah, that's another incentive to do it. Nothing wrong with utilizing external motivation, to pursue my own goals. If I see people want this and I want that, then that's, our roads are traveling together. So that's kind of my unique positive moment for today. Just, seeing that. We'll see what the comments say. Especially in a couple days when people are like, you're quitting? You're terrible. Or whatever. I don't know. I don't think people are necessarily going to say that, but they might. It's whatever. We'll see. It's definitely, it's a hard game. But I want to like it. So yeah, kind of that resolve is my unique positive moment for today. So hopefully your guys are just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.